So, in Destiny 2 right now, we have three main playlist activities: Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible. In Strikes, we have Nightfalls, and in Crucible, we have Comp. Gambit just has the single game mode of Gambit. So I had an idea. What if Gambit could have a more difficult variant of itself, but for solo players? This could give something I think all of us have wanted at one point, which is a Horde mode. So what if in this game mode, you spawn next to a bank, in a similar area to the normal Gambit maps, but instead of running to 3 areas to kill ads, to bank moats, to invade another team, you instead have to defend the bank from a constant wave of ads that gets progressively more difficult. And I'm not saying typical D2, where if it's a hard activity, let's throw in some boring champions. I want to see if you're that good, you're fighting an army of dregs trained by Randall the Vandal him fucking self. So you can also use this mode to learn how to fight more independently, or to test certain builds, or just in general to have fun. This could really help new players, since a lot of them kind of crutch on other players knowing what to do. Example of my own, during Witch Queen when the season just got the GMs, I did 10 GMs with the same 2 Guardians, and I got 300 kills per run while the other 2 were just being super passive and only got like 30 to 50 apiece. I was okay with this, because I like doing the majority of ad clear and stuff like that, but one that really annoyed the community recently was a Root of Nightmares and people who didn't know how to do anything, just saying they wanted to do ad clear, yet they would die 10 seconds in. So Destiny definitely needs a playlist to test your skills as a solo player, and to test builds to see at what point does it lose effectiveness or where it falls apart. And this could stay in the game permanently as its own playlist. It would not be a seasonal activity. Rewards could vary, since at this point the game rewards you for just breathing nowadays, but make it really spicy. Like in Deep Dives, how you can activate a hard mode and do challenges in it to get more rewards. Have it so in this Gambit mode, you can evac the site, but every 10 rounds that pass, you get a small boost in loot quality. We can call this a tier system for simplicity. If you die or the bank gets overrun, you get a basic loot drop at that level of tier, but during the beginning of any round you can hit a button to evac the bank, and when you do that the round has extra bosses, maybe some other modifiers like they all have shields. And if you succeed in doing an evac round, the match ends and you get that loot drop at that tier, but you probably get like extra rewards like double loot, we'll say, or double XP. And depending on what tier you're on, you get one guaranteed thing at the end of each tier. Like say for tier 1, or rounds 1 through 19, you can get basic green drops and some glimmer. Tier 2 can have some blue quality stuff, and so on and so on. When you hit say level 50, or you're at tier 5, you get one guaranteed exotic of any kind. And at that point, the random loot can be crafting materials, or any currency that you'd see in a Nightfall. Otherwise, this whole idea can work even with the Drifter's character, since he's all about being an independent of the Vanguard, and wants us to live our best lives. Like back in Season of the Drifter, I think, it was when we could ally with either the Vanguard or Drifter, and he was talking about how all he wants is the best of us, and to get like a hauling ship and to explore the universe. So him letting us defend the bank by ourselves isn't too far from what I think the Drifter would actually do to prepare us to be by ourselves in the wild, if we ever got into that situation. Anyway, that's my idea for a Gambit so it can have a second game mode like the other 2 playlists. If you have any ideas or suggestions, leave a comment down below. Peace.